don't forget to click that subscribe and bell icon to receive a notification each time I upload a new video.
What are you up to?
Right, so for a while now, I've wanted to create a piece of wall art.
Yes.
But I wanted it to be in a shadow box frame.
Yeah.
So I finally managed to get hold of one today when I took Mum out shopping.
Let's have a look.
So this is a 9x9 inch frame, but the inner is 8x8.
Right.
So the piece of wall art that I wanted to create was a little collection of 9 vintage matchboxes. No,
Right. Oh, down there. We're going down there.
So 9 vintage matchboxes.
Yes.
But couldn't find 9 vintage matchboxes.
Oh, right.
So
Oh, you've made some.
I've made some.
Hey, they're ace, aren't they?
So basically, they're non-opening boxes. They're just faux boxes with the vintage.
Well, they're not the real boxes, aren't they? You said the 4 boxes.
No, they're not matchboxes because they
they're
don't open. They're literally just
They're
cardboard
lovely.
boxes that I've glued together.
Different ones.
With different vintage matchbox artwork on each one.
Oh, very nice.
I don't even think that's vintage, to be honest, but it looks vintage.
Looks vintage.
Of course, had to do that
England's
one.
glory.
Had to do that one. So, and I had to do that one.
There's no answer to that, is
There
there?
isn't no answer to that one. So I've cut a piece
But
of.
it's a popular pub.
Yes.
Okay.
So I've cut a piece, or you've cut me a piece of 8x8 backing paper from one of the Tim Holtz sets. So what my intention to do is to fix these inside the frame 3x3.
Yeah.
Like so. Actually, I've got 10.
Well, have you got a sparesy then?
I've got a spare.
Will they fit in?
Well, this is the thing.
Cats.
I know. I don't know which one to. Or fire engine.
Fire engine. Just slide the frame on top, see if it drops on.
That's what I was going to do.
Yeah. Oh, there's tons of room. Oh, they're lovely. That's going to look stunning, isn't it?
So that's going to be a piece of wall art to have.
It's very Peter Blake.
Well, possibly very Peter Blake. Now I think they're going to go in because obviously the back has to go on first.
Yeah.
But what I need to do is I need to work out a way of getting these affixed onto the back, glued onto the back, all square, all kind of, lined up, so that they make a good little grid pattern.
So if they're slightly out, it'll annoy you.
Yeah, so I can glue them down.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have to remake them again, this time thinner.
Oh, no.
Just to fit.
No.
But I thought what I might do is I might create a little collection in one of the bedrooms of vintage ephemera.
Oh, what a lovely idea.
And put them in shadow boxes on the... Put them in shadow boxes on the wall.
Yeah, it's a lovely idea.
Just as a bit of a...
Bit of something different.
Yeah, so the next one I might do maybe like poison labels, or the next one I might do might be
the one to worry about is empty poison bottles.
Well, yes, things like that. So create little boxes.
Yeah.
Or maybe like an entomology pin.
I think it's lovely.
A packet of entomology pins.
Or small sweetie wrappers, sweetie boxes.
Yeah, things like that.
Like the Sushans one.
Absolutely. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. This is a little personal project.
I like that.
And there's the final piece of artwork on the wall. Ignore the swamp light and Wage, the monster. But yeah, there we go. Not bad, even if I do say so myself. The printer's vexing me today. I'm trying to print some tags I've just created on the computer. They're supposed to be a kind of vintage blue, but they've just printed out that colour, which is almost like a dark, well, depending on whether or not the phone screen or phone recording thing is picking the colour up properly there. You see, to me, that on the screen, from what I'm looking at in real life, they're two different colours. The screen, for some reason, isn't adding as much yellow into that blue to make it more of an aqua kind of what I would say Bahama blue colour. That's what it really is. What it's printing, when I lighten it a little bit, is that, which is almost a purpley blue. Now on screen, they look completely different to what they're supposed to do. So I don't know what it is. I'm having one of those weeks, aren't I? Technology issues. So anyway, so this is a set of bingo tags in 4 different colours. So we've got blue, light kind of sagey green. In fact, let me just show you the colours. I'll print them all out properly and then I'll show you what they look like. Right, now that the printer's settled down and quietened down, I should say. So they're all colours. So you've got that vintage blue, a nice kind of vintage, kind of pistachio sagey green. There's the pink. There's that nice yellow. Then we've got kind of vintage papery cardboard, craft card. And then, so that you can print onto whatever coloured paper or background paper you want to, there's just the plain black and white. So these are based on original vintage bingo cards. Because I couldn't do what I wanted with the original vintage images that I found on the web, is I've recreated them. Recreated 4 different ones so that I can put my own numbers and that kind of thing in, which was a lot quicker and a lot easier than trying to adjust and change and alter and take the backgrounds off, remove backgrounds, digitally remove backgrounds from the vintage style ones. The original vintage style, it was easier just to recreate them myself, which is what I've done. So those, hopefully, by the time this goes live, will be going on the website for junk journals and that kind of stuff. So that's more junk journal fodder for you. That's a mouthful. So it's Friday. I'm having one of those days today. I've tried to do some work today. I've been sat at my computer wanting to prepare and create a project that I've had an idea for a couple of days, ready for kind of like the next video, just get a bit of light on the subject. And I've started the project 4 times and it's just not working. It's just not working for me. The imagery that I'm creating is just not sitting right. Every time I do something to it, I add something to it or take something away or move something, it's just not working. It's just not sitting right, and I don't like it. But the thing is, I've been sat doing this for the past 4 hours, and my muse, my little inspirational thing that's in my head, seems to have got off and buggered off somewhere, as we say here in the UK. And I'm just moving stuff around in my publishing software and not actually creating anything at all. Like I said, I've started 2 or 3 different things and they're just not working. It's just not looking right. It's just not what I want. And I'm going down rabbit holes. I'll start something because it's not working. I'll put it to one side and I'll start something else. And the next minute, it's like 25 to 30 minutes later. And the second thing that I've started hasn't worked either. And I've just wasted the last half hour kind of thing. We all go through phases like this, where no matter what we do, it doesn't really work. And so the best thing to do is to just literally get up, walk away and leave it. Have a coffee or have a cup of tea or have something to eat, and just take a break from it and then come back, later or maybe the next day, sleep on it, come back and look at it again, and see whether or not, you know, that inspiration comes back to you. In my case, I've had that many cups of coffee, I've walked away from it that many different times, that I think I'm going to basically just say enough's enough. I'll collect everything in a folder on the computer and I'll put it to one side, and I will just forget about it for now. Maybe look at it again in a week or two. But that still doesn't help me get ready for my projects that I need to do over the next few days. Ian's poorly again, although it won't admit it, he won't actually say it. He's still got those abdominal pains. We were sat talking last night while we're having our main meal, and he said, you know, it was about my age when Mum was first diagnosed with cancer. His mum was first diagnosed with cancer. And I just sort of looked at him and he said, is that what you think you might have? And he just sort of shrugged his shoulders. He said, well, it's a possibility. If my mum got bowel cancer when she was my age, because he's 60 this year, is Ian. I've mentioned it before. He says, then, you know, it's not impossible, but that might be the problem. So I said, well, the only way to find out is to go for a screening. So he's contacted the doctors, and they're going to organise one of those home screening kits where I'm not really going to talk about it. You put a sample together at home, and then you take it back to the doctors, and then 7 days later or whatever it is, they give you the results as to whether or not they found, you know, cancer in whatever it is that you've given them. So that's what he's going to do. But until then, he's got that hanging over his head. And I don't know whether that's because that's what's affected me, because that's in the back of my mind, that he's got that in the back of his mind. And that's why I'm not being able to concentrate. That's why I'm not being able to do what I want to do. Who knows? It could be by process of, you know, osmosis or whatever it is, because we're that close together, you know. Am I being affected by that? I don't know. It's impossible to say. No, don't tangle each other up, please. Honestly. Walk nicely. Two different directions. So it's Sunday morning. Ian's gone off to work at, I think it's the Comic-Con he's gone to today. So it's just me and the boys. So we've come out and the sun is shining. It's a rather lovely morning. So it's Monday morning and the snow's all gone. We've had lots of rain over the last few hours overnight, and all the snow that we had out front, all that 2 or 3 inches of thickness of the white stuff, it's all gone. It's all, oh, you probably can't see that, it's probably too bright. Yeah, but it's all gone. Not even a trace. Even the snowmen that the kids made have all gone. Back garden, you'd never know it had been snowing at all. Look, not a single trace of snow anywhere. So it snowed again last night. Not much, just a smattering, but everything was kind of dusted over this morning. But now it's almost 10 a.m. and most of it's gone. So yeah, can't have been that bad. Didn't even have to defrost the car this morning. So I'm on my way to the supermarket just to grab a few bits and pieces. We've got our friends Kay and Alfie from Indigo Blue coming down today for a, I suppose you could call it a play date. They're coming down just for a chill, really. But also we will be talking a little bit, probably, about new products and stuff. Because I've got 3 or 4, I think, new products that I've designed for them over the past week because of my my personal mental block, which seems to be gone now, thankfully. So yeah, the mojo's come back. So at least some good came out of it.
So it's Sunday's birthday. It's Mr. Alfie's birthday. Mr. Alfie's got a bottle of gin, a cake, and a humorous card. So we're just waiting for Alfie to cut the cake now.
Right then, are we ready?
Yeah.
Oh.
That looks nice.
Oh, chocolatey.
It's chocolate and caramel drip cake, because you can see it dripping all down the sides.
That's a small piece, Alfie.
It's very
You
soft.
can manage that.
Just making sure there's some left to take home.
That looks nice.
That's all soft and
Very nice. That's right, Nip's not in here.
Oh yeah, his name.
Oh, here you go. Hang on.
That's better.
Somebody's coming to see if there's some
You can't have chocolate
cake.
cake.
That looks lovely.
It does.
Right.
Take for now, let's have a look at the middle of it.
See if we can manage that.
Get rid of that. I'll put it up there with the other good ball.
Have you cut right through? I don't think you have.
Maybe not.
No, you haven't. You haven't cut right to the centre. If you want something doing properly, do it yourself.
I know.
Have we still got the
Can't
cake
get the
slice?
stuff.
He doesn't normally.
I don't you can.
Oh! Blimey
Delicious.
neck! Who's a fatty?
You are, because that's your piece.
Okay.
No, that's okay.
That's you.
Well, I am truly blessed this week. And not only have I got a new vacuum cleaner, which I believe you've seen already, but I've also got a new oven onto Mike.
We've got a new oven.
We've got a new oven. It's my oven when it comes to baking, but when it comes to doing cookie things, i.e. making lovely stews, etc., it's Mike's oven.
proper cooking.
Proper cooking rather than warming stuff up. Yeah, so we were using the grill the other day and it went pippity pop and stopped working. So
And trip the fuses.
and tripped the fuses. And then we put the oven back on. A week or 2 later, sorry, the boy's been out.
Well,
One has. We put the oven back on a couple of weeks later, pippity pop, took the fuses. I got confused with the fuse box under the stairs and turned the computers off upstairs
While I was working.
while he was working. I got such a kicking. Yeah, so a new oven has arrived. The old one was a new, so it was absolutely a pile of tripe. It's what the builder put in, but I've got a lovely new one. Would you move the oven gloves, please, Mike, so we can have a quick shot. I'll show you what the new oven looks like. Look at this. A shiny oven. Hot point. We had hot point in Leeds before we... Oh, there's me there. Before we had our kitchen done, and we had all Bosch appliances, which were a bag of crap as well. But hot points, nice. It's got...
Yes.
It's even got a cook function there for making your bread rise. Look at that.
Mm.
So yeah, So at the moment we're just heating it up first time to 250 degrees, which is probably just a little bit warmer than the sun. So yeah, that's all sorted. That's got to go out to the tip reclamation. And Kay and Alfie came yesterday, and Kay and Alfie brought us some lovely daffodils.
I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. And don't forget, you can access your exclusive angel-only content over on my website. There's a link in the description area below. Thank you.